Plutus Foundation, welcome back.
Thank you, Bobbi. It's always great to be here.
Okay, and this is your first time on our new streaming platform. Oh, that's my reminder to turn off my phone. Actually, the noise, whatever you call it, the ringer off on my phone. So we're using a new streaming platform called Restream. So we should be on YouTube, we should be on Facebook, and we should even be on Twitter. So if you're on one of those platforms, please say hi and let us know that it is in fact working. I'm pretty sure the Facebook is working because I just got a notification. We should be on the Stacking Benjamins page there at iStackBenjamins. And we should also be on our Money with Friends YouTube, which you guys can get to at Money with Friends if you just go to YouTube. And also we should be at Money Friends Pod on Twitter. By the way, our handle on Instagram is also at Money Friends Pod, but we have not yet been able to stream to Instagram Live, IGTV Live. But I'm hoping Restream is working on that. So welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us for this recording. Harlan, you are not in your usual setting. Where are you?
Oh, today I'm in the Poconos. I'll be here for a few days, I think, and just getting some nice distance and relaxation and some hiking in.
Very nice. I think we all need that. I can't believe it's already the end of actually technically the second half of the month of August, which means I am already in school planning mode for my seventh grader. And also our college junior is gearing up to go back to college. So it's hard to believe the summer went by. I don't even want to say so fast. I feel like summer sort of started in March when they all came home from school, but it's good to, as we were talking about, there's something nice about the end of summer and the anticipation of the fall, and at least here on the East Coast, the change of seasons, right?
Absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to the fall and getting some more, social distance travel in when the colors are nice and the trees. I just love doing that. So I'm counting down the days. It's been nice being able to safely get out of the house lately too. So.
Definitely. We're going to talk, by the way, more about the Plutus Awards when we're going to be taping 2 episodes of Money with Friends here, and we're going to talk in the show a little bit about what is going on with the Plutus Awards. You have some big announcements that are going to be happening in the next few days, so we'll fill everyone in when we actually record the show. I'm going to hit record on our audio backup so that we have that, and I think we're going to get started recording our first show. Our first show, by the way, guys, is going to be about the markets and what to expect around the presidential election. So let's get started with that.
Yeah, let's do it.
On this episode of Money with Friends, what the markets are expected to do around the presidential election. We'll talk about it with Plutus Foundation founder Harlan Landes. It is Tuesday. What Tuesday is it? It is July. I'm just going to start that one over because I have it completely wrong.
I just noticed that.
So you know what? It's such a Monday. Yeah, I just noticed it. What is tomorrow? This is going out tomorrow. It's August 18th.
18th, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So audience, don't be afraid to chime in and help us. We clearly need some help on this Monday. One more time. On this episode of Money with Friends, what the markets are expected to do around the presidential election. We'll talk about it with Plutus Foundation founder Harlan Landes. It is Tuesday, August 18th. This is Money with Friends. Welcome to the Money with Friends podcast. I am certified financial planner, Bobbi Rebell, host of the Financial Grown Up podcast, coming to you from my very grown up kitchen in New York City.
And I'm Harlan Landes, founder of the Plutus Foundation, coming to you today from the Poconos in beautiful Pennsylvania.
This is the Money News Show that includes commentary on recent headlines and stories with thought leaders from across the financial landscape, like Harlan. We break the stories down into what matters to you, our friends, and we leave you with a takeaway to make it your own. And we also like to help our audience get organized. That's why we are big fans of Tiller, that sponsors this episode. Tiller helps you put your financial life in a spreadsheet automatically updated each day. Go to tillerhq.com/MWF for a free trial and to support the show. Harlan, like you mentioned, you were in the Poconos. What you doing there?
Just getting some hiking, getting some relaxation, and just getting away from my apartment for a while.
I think we all need a little bit of a break these days, the middle to end of August, and also ahead of the presidential election that we'll be talking about, at least in terms of what people in the know think is going to be happening with stocks as we get closer to the election and inauguration, which we hope will happen in January. Let's see which one of our friends is going to lead us into the headline today.
All right, so we have a headline here from the Wall Street Journal. Traders brace for haywire markets around presidential election, betting on a wave of market volatility straight through to the inauguration. The presidential election. This is the authors of this article are Gunjan Banerjee and Gregory Zuckerman, and it was published on August 16th. Presidential election is 3 months away, but some traders are preparing for the possibility that prolonged political uncertainty will stoke stock market mayhem. The investors are going beyond the normal hedging ahead of a potential change in power in Washington. Instead, they are betting on volatility and a possible market tumble later in the year. Among the concerns expressed by some, speculation that President Trump could try to delay the election or disrupt mail-in voting, as well as the chance that a result remains unclear for weeks after polls close. The election worries amplify existing concerns about the weak economy, possible second wave of coronavirus infections in the fall, and the high-flying market. The bearish bet is that turmoil around the election hits the already fragile economy as the cooler months bring on more infections, all hitting the stock market that is priced for a recovery. The S&P 500 has advanced 4.4% this year to close at 3,372.85 on Friday. Its recovery since March lows has powered the best 100-day stretch since 1933. The main driver of the market right now is the economy and uncertainty of a new stimulus package in Washington, which could hurt the slow recovery recently seen in retail sales and jobs. Next week, traders will be tracking new data on jobless claims and home sales, though many are expecting light trading volumes through the rest of the month.
Let's go on again. Bridgewater Associates, the giant hedge fund with $140 billion in assets, told clients last month it believes there is a risk there will be no clear election winner. The real uncertainty that could confront investors is if there is material concern over the legitimacy of the process to decide a winner. Bridgewater told clients, given President Donald Trump's personality, his statements about the likelihood of fraud, and the relatively untested and unclear process for reaching resolution is a possibility in our minds. And by the way, the article says that a spokesman for Bridgewater declined to comment further. The article later goes on to say the markets tend to be volatile ahead of elections, and October and November tend to be the wildest months of the year anyway. The VIX has risen an average of about 4 points ahead of the past 7 elections since its inception. And later in the piece, it talks about the fact that the anxiety is evident in the market for VIX derivatives going out to January, well after Election Day. Typically, futures contracts that expire later in time are priced higher than those expiring in earlier months as investors brace for the unknown. That relationship has been slightly inverted around the beginning of the year, indicating traders expect more volatility around January than they do in the following months. So there seems to be a lot of concern about January.
Yeah, the inauguration seems to be one of the primary concerns here, maybe even more so than the election itself.
We're going to pause here. I think we're having a technical problem. So let's just pause. And everybody, we're going to be back in